Actually, no, this time. We were kind enough to give it out in Melbourne, but I think we have a few things to sort of consider, ponder upon, certain fitness issues. We're starting this press conference a bit late because we had some discussions regarding Babar as well. We think that it might turn in Sydney. So we want to give ourselves the best possible opportunity and have the best players on the field. So there's still some deliberations we're making. Look, we've kept Babar on the Australian tour. Cliffy's looked after him very well. His rehab process has been going on. So we always had Sydney in mind, and that's why you saw him bowling yesterday. But again, we have to be absolutely sure that he's close to 100% fit, if not 100, and that if we're taking a risk, he doesn't break down over there. All batsmen, we give them equal opportunities. We even give the lower order quite a lot of opportunity while batting in the nets. So there's nothing different to that. I don't think there's much to read into that. But again, we have a lot of deliberations to make. That's why we're holding on to the playing 11 now, and hopefully maybe by this evening we'll have something in mind. Look, I think the technology is the same for everyone. Life comes in a full circle. It all balances out in the end. I don't have any complaints with the past. I thought we played some very good cricket, but look, we're playing the best side in the world, in my opinion, at the moment, and if you give them a sniff, they will pounce on any opportunities. There were phases in the game where we could have put them under a lot of pressure or closed the game out, but we had some opportunities which we didn't hold on to, or some partnerships that we had built where Pat Cummins decided to break those partnerships and really cause a dent in our batting. But look, the quality of the Australian side's there, and we have to make sure that we're not making a lot of mistakes to close out games. So it's very heartening for us. That's what you want to test your skills up against, the best sides in the world. And at least in Melbourne, we can say that we're on the right track and we want to play cricket this way. Like we said in the last test, when things went quite wrong by the end at Perth, you always have to look at the bigger picture. At least we have the lessons in front of us. At least we've put ourselves in those positions where from there we can dominate games. So now it's about learning from them, not repeating mistakes or trying not to repeat mistakes. And hopefully, if we can put in efforts like that, I'm sure that there'll be a lot of test wins in the future. But again, it's about learning from the mistakes and making sure that when you play quality sides, you can't be making those mistakes.
Shan,
I think, look, I'm not 100% educated on the matter of what's gone on, but you want the strongest sides to be playing Test cricket. Test cricket is the pinnacle, it's the ultimate, and the World Test Championship is something that's gone on for like 4 years now. There have been 2 World Test Championships. This is the 3rd one. So as a Test playing nation, we'd all want that to continue. And when you want that to continue, all the best sides have to play that World Test Championship. So it's a pity that South Africa aren't being able to send their full strength squad, but hopefully somewhere down the line schedules can be made in a certain way where we see the strongest 11s playing Test cricket.
And just another one quickly.
I think it absolutely helped us being close to them and being at the game right till the end. There's certain things that are, like, I'll sound like a broken record, but you have to do in Test cricket. The first thing is take 20 wickets. We had that box ticked. And the second one is the scoring rate. If you score at a significantly less rate than your opposition, which happened at Perth, where there's a difference of 2 runs per over at least, then you'll be way behind in the game. Because we batted 100 overs in Perth and they batted 110. So that's not much of a difference, but the scoring rate did set us back quite a bit. So I think because we kept ahead of the rate a bit, but you still have to make sure that you bat for long periods. It's Test cricket. You can't just bat 50 overs and expect to beat a side like Australia. So our target is to hopefully bat at a quicker rate and obviously bat a decent time of overs as well. Once we got into the dressing room after day 1 in Melbourne, I said that's progress, because probably that's David Warner's 38, was it, in the first innings? Was his lowest score against us at home, probably. I thought that, so, and then we made progress again in the second innings. Look, I think he's a terrific player, terrific ambassador to the game, and and we wish him all the well with his life after Test cricket. He's got a lot to give to the game as well. And keeping him quiet would be a big job. It's a big occasion for him and the Australian cricket team, but our job is to get David Warner out early. But we wish him all the best with this Test match and what's to come forward for him as well. Look, I think personally and internally as a team, we've never had any sort of doubts with Shaheen. I think if you look at his efforts, he's bowled the most number of overs in a while in world cricket. He's playing every game. He gives it 150%. Even in training, you'll never see Shaheen shying away from 150%. Like, he'll bowl all the overs. He'll be running after balls, and there'll be a lot of boys shouting, "Easy, easy, don't hurt yourself," because we've seen him do that in the past. So Shaheen's our main guy, and we expect in every game what he did at Melbourne. I thought he was great. Could have been even more luckier, like in terms of the wickets. I thought, again, the wickets column did not match the quality of bowling that he presented at Melbourne. So Shaheen's very important for us, very integral for us, and it's up to us to also make sure that we're looking after him in the right way and making sure that physically and mentally he's in a good space.
A Test match, how would you feel?
I think there should be a countrywide search right now from the Australian government to make sure. We might need the best of detectives to get that back, because like I've said, he's been a great ambassador and he deserves every bit of respect, every bit of celebration for his unbelievable career. He's an example to openers, and we just personally love watching him bat, love watching him play, but hopefully that doesn't happen for long at Sydney. We'll see, but yeah, I mean, the Test cap is, like I said, Test cricket is the pinnacle, so the Test cap is the most precious thing, and the way the Australians look after their Test caps, you see them, how they wear them with pride, how they don't even, like, sometimes we have changed Test caps in the past, it's the same baggy green that continues, so I hope they find it, but yeah, it's the most precious sort of thing for any cricketer, and I hope David Warner gets it back. Question. I think there's a lot of stuff said about the slip cord, and I think in a game your hands are tied because slips are very specialized. A lot of fielding places in Test cricket are very specialized. You can't be moving people around to the slips. We had 4 genuine quick bowlers, so it was hard to get them into the slips. And then Abdullah Shafiq has been a good slipsman for us, and those are the guys that practice for hours every day. So if on the basis of 1 catch or 2 catches even, you change someone, you're also knocking their confidence down. But sometimes, like you do with batsmen or bowlers, they need some time away from that. And then you give them that time and allow them to come back again. He's a brilliant slips fielder. He's got age on his side. You'll see him standing in the slips more often, but I think if he doesn't feel comfortable, Babar's a decent first slipper. We'll put Babar there. Babar took a great catch over there as well, and you also have to see, I think maybe on this track you might not need 3 slips all the time, so it might make our decision a bit easier, and we'll see again how Abdullah feels.
Okay, we come to the